appalling that you would make a statement like this, a vicious statement like this. You know, you can only be young once, but you can always be immature. And you ought to think about that.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got an explosive Senate hearing that's making headlines. Senator John Kennedy from Louisiana goes head-to-head with Professor Sarin from Yale Law School in an intense exchange over some controversial tweets. Things get heated fast and you're not going to want to miss this breakdown. Senator Kennedy begins by confronting Professor Sarin over a tweet she posted back on October 30th, 2023. In the tweet, she claimed that House Republicans only support Israel as long as it makes it easier for Americans to cheat on their taxes. Sarin confirms the tweet and the tension immediately skyrockets. Senator Kennedy isn't holding back, and you can just feel the tension in the room. Kennedy's next move is sharp. He presses Sarin on how many Republican congressmen she actually spoke to before making such a bold statement. And guess what? She admits she didn't speak to any of them. This is where Kennedy digs in even deeper. He's not just challenging her fact, he's questioning her judgment. I mean, can you imagine being in the hot seat like that? He's relentless, and Sarin's responses aren't easing the tension. Things are heating up, fast. Kennedy then pushes Professor Sarin to consider whether House Republicans could have had other reasons for reducing the IRS budget. Maybe, he suggests, it wasn't about supporting tax cheats. Maybe they were just trying to curb government spending or reduce deficits. Sarin responds by saying that, regardless of motivation, defunding the IRS would worsen deficits, not help them. But Kennedy isn't letting her off easy. He continues to ask if any other motivations could have existed, pushing her harder with each question. As the back and forth escalates, Kennedy hits Sarin with one of the strongest moments of the exchange. He outright calls her tweet appalling and vicious. And, in true Kennedy fashion, he adds a touch of his signature wit. Wow.
The House Republican stance is, I kid you not, support for Israel as long as we make it easier for people to cheat on their taxes. End quote. Did you tweet that?
That's correct, yes.
Okay. How many Republican congressmen or women did you talk to before you made that statement?
I was reacting to the fact that, and we've talked about it actually.
Yes,
so
ma'am,
far
but
in this.
first, if you could, how many Republican congresswomen or congressmen did you talk to?
I didn't talk to them. I actually was just reacting to the legislation that was proposed.
I just can't believe you would say this about members of Congress. It's pretty pejorative, vicious. Let me finish. Without talking to them. I mean, would it be possible for somebody to support a reduction to the IRS budget because they simply believe the federal government ought to have a balanced budget? Would that be a fair position? Would that be a principled position?
Except that actually doesn't work with respect to defunding
But would
the
it be a
IRS.
principled position?
It wouldn't be an accurate position because defunding
But you don't
the
know because you
IRS
didn't talk to anybody, did you?
Well,
You just said,
I know that everyone agrees, including witnesses across the aisle, including CBO, including every single tax expert that has contemplated this question, that defunding the IRS makes deficits worse, not better. And so this is a deficit
I just find it,
measure.
Professor, appalling. Appalling that you would make a statement like this, a vicious statement like this, without talking to a single person about whom you made the statement. And I'm going to remind you, you know, you can only be young once, but you can always be immature. And you ought to think about that.
Thank you, Senator.
Wow, talk about a knockout line. Kennedy doesn't mince words, and it's clear he's furious about Sarin's tweet. You can feel the room shift as everyone absorbs his comments. What a showdown this is. This was one of the more intense exchanges we've seen in the Senate recently. Kennedy's sharp questioning and Sarin's firm stance made for quite the spectacle. Whether you agree with either side, it's moments like this that show just how fiery these political debates can get. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more content like this. And let me know in the comments, what do you think about this clash? Was Kennedy right to call out Sarin like that, or do you think she had a point? Let's talk about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.